She stabbed her boyfriend over jealousy. But the truth came too late. The knife slipped from Ada's trembling hand and crashed onto the floor. Blood spread across the tiles. The man she loved stared at her in disbelief, struggling to breathe. "Why? Ada," he whispered. At that moment, she realized something terrifying. She had just ruined her own life. And the worst part, the man she stabbed had never cheated on her. But to understand how everything went so wrong, you need to go back 24 hours earlier. The entire town of Umuwaka knew Ada and Chinedu. They were the couple everyone admired. 3 years together. No major scandals. No public drama. People often said they would eventually get married. But nobody knew a dangerous storm was growing inside Ada. A storm called jealousy. It started on a hot Saturday afternoon. Ada had gone to the market to buy food for dinner when she suddenly froze. Across the road stood Chinedu. He wasn't alone. A beautiful young woman stood beside him. They were laughing, talking closely. And then, the woman touched his arm. Ada's heart nearly stopped. For several seconds, she couldn't move. Her hands began to shake. Who was she? Why had Chinedu never mentioned her? Why did they look so comfortable together? Ada hid behind a nearby stall and continued watching. Then something happened that made her blood run cold. Chinedu handed the woman a small gift bag. The woman smiled warmly. Ada felt as though the ground had disappeared beneath her feet. Without confronting them, she turned around and walked away. But the questions followed her home. That night she called Chinedu. No answer. She called again. Still nothing. Again. Nothing. Her mind immediately created its own answers. His with her. The more she thought about it, the angrier she became. She couldn't sleep. Every hour she imagined Chinedu laughing with the mysterious woman. By morning, suspicion had turned into certainty. In her mind, he was guilty. The following evening, Chinedu arrived at her apartment carrying a smile. "Hi, Ada." She didn't smile back. "Who is she?" she asked. Chinedu frowned. "Who?" "The woman from the market." His expression changed. "Oh, a marker." He laughed lightly. "She's my cousin." Ada's eyes narrowed. "Cousin?" "Yes." She came from Enugu for a family event. But Ada didn't believe him. The explanation sounded too convenient. The argument escalated quickly. Voices became louder. Accusations became harsher. For nearly an hour they went back and forth. No matter how much Chinedu explained, Ada refused to listen. Finally, frustrated and exhausted, Chinedu stood up. "I can't keep defending myself against something I didn't do." That statement only fueled Ada's anger. To her, it sounded like guilt. She stormed into the kitchen. Chinedu followed behind. Ada, calm down. But she wasn't hearing his words anymore. Her emotions had completely taken control. In a moment of rage, she grabbed a kitchen knife. The room suddenly became silent. Chinedu's eyes widened. "Ada." His voice was calm now. "Put it down." For a brief second, she hesitated. A brief second that could have changed everything. But anger won. She lunged forward. The knife struck. Immediately, the anger disappeared. Reality rushed in. Chinedu staggered backward. Then collapsed. The horror on Ada's face was instant. "Chinedu." She dropped to her knees. Blood stained her hands as she desperately tried to help him. Neighbors rushed inside after hearing the screams. An ambulance was called. Police arrived minutes later. As Chinedu was carried away, Ada sat on the floor crying uncontrollably. The truth finally emerged the next day. The woman from the market really was Chinedu's cousin. The gift bag contained a birthday present for another family member. And the reason he hadn't answered his phone. The battery had died. That was it. No affair. No secret relationship. No betrayal. Just a series of assumptions that had spiraled out of control. Chinedu survived after emergency surgery. Ada was arrested and charged. Months later, sitting in a courtroom, she listened as her future crumbled around her. The relationship was over. The trust was gone. The life they had planned together no longer existed. All because she chose suspicion over communication. Jealousy is dangerous because it rarely announces itself as danger. It disguises itself as love, as concern, as protection. But when left unchecked, it can become a force powerful enough to destroy everything in its path. And for Eder, that lesson came at a price she could never undo.